And then from there, let's head to the metal space and see what's going on there. Talking about metals now, gold prices edge higher for a second straight session on Thursday after the Federal Reserve indicated that it is still leaning toward eventual rate cuts, while investors pivoted toward the U.S. non-farm payrolls data, which is due on Friday. Spot gold firmed on 0.3% to $2,325.02 per ounce after climbing over 1% in the previous session. U.S. gold futures also went up 1% to $2,334.40. The Fed left interest rates unchanged on Wednesday as expected. Its latest policy statement kept key elements of its economic assessment and policy guidance intact, framing its discussions of interest rates around the conditions under which borrowing costs can be lowered. Still in that space, that's the metal space. Now we're discussing lithium this afternoon. We put our eyes there, and a couple of days ago in Nigeria, the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, said that plans are on the way for the country to produce about 4,000 metric tons of lithium every day. Let's look at the prospects of that. Well, some people will ask, what have we done with other areas that have already been discovered? But let's speak to Halima. Now, Halima Dedinro is an analyst, financial derivatives company, and joins us to share the thoughts of FDC. Hi, Halima. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ini.
All right, so do tell us, normally we're supposed to get excited because lithium is an important thing at this time when we're discussing electric vehicles and batteries. We know this is a major raw material for it. And now the Vice President has said that Nigeria is looking that way. But really, what's the assurance that this will go beyond the words?
Okay, so just like you rightly said, lithium is used for batteries, for solar, mobile phone, electric vehicles, as you rightly said. And so the outlook for the demand for lithium is very positive in the coming year. And Nigeria luckily has a good reserve of this commodity, and not only the lithium, so many other minerals. And we've seen that Nasarawa, for instance, has about 15,000 tons of reserve that has been discovered. And this is a commercial volume, which is very, very commendable. And not only that, Ekiti State and so many other states too has a large, significant reserve of this commodity, and so which is very good in terms of potential revenue for the country. And just recently, we'll see that the federal government launched like a $250 million factory in Nasarawa, which is to produce lithium as well. And so I think this is a good move for the country because presently the import bills on batteries is very high compared to what we export. And so I think this will help in reducing our import bill, and it could also reduce the pressure on the exchange rates because there's no import without the usage of exchange rates. So it's a good one in terms of revenue, in terms of exchange rate stability for the country, and in terms of shifting away from fossil fuel into decarbonization, which is a global goal for greener energy. So I think it's a good one for Nigeria. And we have the potential in terms of reserves and deposits in various parts of the country.
Yeah, well, I mean, as you noted, there are so many things that Nigeria has potential for, but not explored. So I guess when it comes to Nigeria looking this way, this is a long-term plan because we have not even started building that factory yet. You know, but let's look at the price from global, especially of what's going on with lithium.
Presently, it has dropped by about over 80% to around $15,000 per ton. And this is because of supply glut globally, especially in the Asian region. we've seen that people, investors in the oil and gas are also shifting into the exploration of lithium because of the viability of the commodity. And so this is causing an increase in supply of this commodity. And we all know that the supply and demand dynamics really tends to determine the price of a commodity. So this is one of the reasons. And not only that, we'll see that electric vehicle in the global space, the demand is also declining because the China, which is one of the second largest economy, is not really doing well in terms of economic performance. And so this is also trickling down into other sectors in the economy. And not only that, we also have interest rate hike. There's no way you would be able to expand your production when interest rate is very high. So the high interest rate environment is also really weighing on investment in lithium and electric vehicles and all. So this is really affecting the price of lithium in the global space. And we are likely to see this continue till we see a peak in the performance of the Chinese economy and then a peak in the demand for electric vehicle moving forward.
Yeah, talking about electric vehicle, what's that doing, obviously, to the demand of lithium? I'm sure that's increasing. So I just wonder why the price is dropping. Maybe you should help us understand the full picture.
Generally, the price of lithium is dropping because the demand for the commodities being used to produce is dropping, like electric vehicle, like I rightly said. So because that is dropping, it is affecting the demand, which is lithium, a raw material in producing electric vehicle, because of poor economic performance. And like I also said, there is glut supply of lithium in the global space. So this will definitely drive down, because what is demanded is lesser than what is being supplied in the global space. So and we all know that it will definitely drive down the price of the commodity.
All right, Halima, thank you so much. Halima Adediran is an analyst with Financial Derivatives Company, sharing that perspective with us.